Something is happening right now in the AI world. And I mean right now. Apple stores across the country are sold out of Mac minis. Not because of a new Apple product, not because of a game, because of an AI tool that barely existed 2 months ago. Electronic shop employees are being asked by confused customers why everyone keeps buying Mac minis. And one employee literally said on TikTok, I don't know what's with the Mac mini. Everyone keeps buying them a lot. Is this some AI thing? Yes, it is an AI thing, and that AI thing is called openclaw. It went from 0 to over 150 GitHub stars in weeks. Twitter is losing its mind over it, influencers are making videos about it every single day, and people are spending thousands of dollars on hardware just to run it. So what is it? Why does everyone care? How do you actually set it up? And should you care? Let's break it all down right now. First things first, what actually is openclaw? Most AI tools are like a really smart chatbot. You open an app, you type something, it responds, and that's it. The conversation ends. It forgets everything and it only works when you're actively using it. OpenClaw is completely different. Instead of just answering your questions, it actually does things on your computer, in the background, even when you're not there, even when you're asleep. The best way I can describe it, imagine you hired a personal assistant, someone who sits at a desk that's always on, manages your emails, handles your tasks, reminds you of things, monitors your projects, and takes action when something needs attention. Except his assistant never sleeps, never gets tired, never asks for a raise. And you can text it from WhatsApp like it's a friend. That's OpenClaw. It was built by an Austrian developer named Peter Steinberger. It's open source, meaning it's free and anyone can look or at or change the code. And it supports over 100 different skills and integrations right now out of the box. Oh, and a quick fun fact, it went through a name crisis before, landing on OpenClaw. It was originally called CloudBot, then Anthropic, the company that makes Cloud, said, hey, that name is too close to ours. So it became Mortbot, then 3 days later it became OpenClaw. The lobster team stuck the whole time, and I respect that. So why is this thing blowing up so hard right now? Because it does three things that no AI tool has done this well before. And when people tried it, they couldn't believe it was real. Number one, real computer access. This is not an AI that talks about doing things. It reads your files, opens apps, browses websites, writes and runs code, sends emails, manages your calendar. It has hands, digital hands, and it uses them. Number two, real persistent memory. Most AI tools forget you the second you close a tab. OpenClaw remembers everything. Your preferences, your routines, your projects, your goals. That memory stays. Days later, weeks later, it builds a model of your life over time. Number three, the heartbeat. This is the one that really breaks people's brains. OpenClaw doesn't just sit there waiting for you to ask it something. It wakes up on its own, it checks your tasks, it looks at what needs to happen, and it takes action, even if you haven't messaged it in hours. Put those three things together and you get something that feels less like a tool and more like an actual employee. One person on Twitter wrote, using OpenClaw for a week and it generally feels like early AGI. The gap between what I can imagine and what actually works has never been smaller. Another person said, I'm so addicted to OpenClaw, it is getting essential to my daily life. It checks, organizes, reminds, it's like a good friend. And the creator of OpenClaw himself just got hired by OpenAI. Sam Altman came calling. That tells you everything about how seriously people are taking this. Okay, let me make this super concrete. Here's how real people are using OpenClaw right now. Email. You tell it to go through my inbox every morning, find the important ones, summarize them, and draft replies for me to review. Done. Every morning without you touching anything. For developers, it monitors your GitHub, catches errors in your app, automatically fixes bugs, and opens pull requests. While you're sleeping, people are waking up to a fixed code. For small business owners, connect to WhatsApp or Telegram and say, whenever a customer messages me, summarize what they need and draft a response. Done. Someone set it up to monitor their air quality in the room and adjust it based on their health data. Someone else used it to write their entire annual summary, and AI found voice memos and notes the person forgot they even had, and used those to write something better than the person could have ever written themselves. One person built a complete website from their phone in minutes using openclaw, running on a tiny Raspberry Pi. The range of what people are doing with this thing is honestly wild. And it's only been out for a couple of months. Okay, so let's talk setup, because I know that's what a lot of you came here for. There are basically three ways to run openclaw, and I want to be real with you about each one. Option number one, your own Mac. This is what all the hype is about. You install openclaw on a Mac Mini, leave it running 24/7, and it just works. The Mac Mini is great for this because it's super energy efficient. We're talking about $15 a year in electricity. It's quiet, it's powerful, and if you're in the Apple ecosystem, it's the only way to get iMessage integration. The installation is actually pretty simple. You open your terminal and run one line. A curl command from openclaw.ai. It detects your system, installs everything it needs, and launches a setup wizard that walks you through the whole thing step by step. You pick your AI provider, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, your choice, connect it to your messaging app. And here's the thing about the Mac Mini craze that I have to be honest about. The internet went absolutely crazy with people buying the most expensive Mac Minis they could find. The $2,000 ones with 64 gigabytes of RAM, and Mac Studios are now on a 54-day wait because of this. But here's the truth, and even the creator of openclaw said this publicly. openclaw only needs 2 CPU cores and 4 gigabytes of RAM to run. That's less than a Chromebook. You don't need to spend $2,000. A basic Mac Mini works perfectly fine. Option 2, a cheap cloud server, also called a VPS. This is honestly the smarter option for most people. You can get a server from DigitalOcean or Hostinger for as little as $5 to $20 a month. DigitalOcean even has a one-click openclaw deployment in their marketplace. You literally click a button and it's ready to configure. No complicated setup at all. The advantage of a server is that it's always on, you don't have to leave any of your own hardware running, and it's accessible from anywhere. The downside is your data lives on someone else's server, not on hardware you physically own. Option 3, completely free. Oracle Cloud has a free tier that gives you 4 CPU cores, 24 gigabytes of RAM at zero cost. People are running openclaw on this for literally nothing. The setup takes a bit more work, but there are step-by-step guides all over the internet. Bottom line on the setup, you don't need to spend $2,000. You don't need a Mac Mini at all. Start simple, start small. Okay, I always want to be straight with you on this channel. So let's talk about the stuff the hype videos skip. openclaw is powerful because it has access to a lot of things on your computer and in your accounts, and that's cuts both ways. There have already been security issues. Researchers found a vulnerability early on that allowed remote code execution, basically meaning someone could take control of your openclaw. That's been patched now, but it happened. And over 300 malicious kills were found in the community marketplace before they were removed. There was also that dating app incident. Someone's openclaw created a dating profile on their behalf with photos and everything without being explicitly told to. The AI was exploring what it could do, and it went further than the person intended. And there were people online selling $5,000 setup packages for OpenClaw that you absolutely do not need. The official documentation is free, the community is free. Don't fall for that. The practical safety advice: don't install it on your main personal computer. I have it here running on my old Mac Air, or do it on a cloud server. And set a spending cap on your AI API key so runway task doesn't rack up a huge bill. This tool is incredible, but it's not a toy. Treat it with the respect something this powerful deserves. Bottom line, OpenClaw is not just another AI tool. It's a new category entirely. An AI that doesn't just talk, it acts. It works, it runs in the background of your life and handles things while you're doing literally anything else. 150,000 GitHub stars, Make Minis sold out across the country, Best Buy employees confused, the creator hired by OpenAI. This is one of the most significant AI moments of 2026 so far. If you want to try it, go to openclaw.ai. You don't need expensive hardware. Start simple, start small, and explore. And tell me in the comments, are you going to try OpenClaw? Have you already? And honestly, does this excite you or freak you out a little? Because both reactions make complete sense. If this video helped you understand what's going on, hit subscribe. Every week on this channel, I cover the AI tools and news that actually matter. Explained in a plain English, no tech degree needed. I'm Mario. This is AI by Mario. See you in the next one.